Hey coach, taking a look here. We're in lane 3. We clipped the second hurdle there, and so she did a good job to keep her three-step rhythm. The number one thing that is slowing her down right now is the arms. They're just like, they're kind of everywhere. She could have ran through the line a little harder. She was still thinking about that she clipped that second hurdle, so she was upset. But, she has to be reminded to still sprint through the line. So there's two things that we really want to do to fix this as quickly as possible. Because she could be up there challenging for the win. It's just the arms, honestly, the arms. So watch the left arm. Well, first the right arm, it twists. See how that twist? That twist, what it does, like the parabola, it flattens you out. So let's say she's jumping up in the air 10 feet. As soon as that thumb twists forward, the jump is immediately flattened out. And so that's what's happening there. That's a good thing to do when your technique is already like phenomenal. So like if she was running like, 12 threes and she was a professional, then that driving the thumb down will be good because it would flatten her out. Where she's at in development, it's kind of holding her back because it's immediately like chopping off her parabola, her flight path, and we don't got the fundamentals down. So what we want to do is we want to perform the one-step drill to ingrain the habit of just swinging the arms up and swinging the arms down, swinging the arms up and swinging the arms down. And so that's what has to be cleaned up so that she can find another half a second easy rather than having to do all this sprint training and all these hurdle workouts, which of course we got to do anyways. All right, so she needs to do a one-step drill. Keep the hurdles, we're going to say about 6 feet apart. We'll start at 27 inches, and the point is to have rhythm. One step, one step, one step, one step, one step. Get to the point where that arm streak is just a habit. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then when we come back to sprinting full speed, it'll stick. It'll be a lot quicker, and she'll notice that it's just a lot easier to get off these hurdles and keep running. All right. Now we're looking at lane 8 here, and it's going to be the same thing with him. He's in a hurdle mode. So you see it's a lot of effort. It's good because he's three-stepping. He's hitting hurdles. He's still holding his rhythm. That's good. But if I were watching this from the side, what I would notice is that when his lead leg lands, it is in front of his hips. And so you can imagine from the side view, his hips are behind his foot, and then his torso drops back too. See that backwards? So that's happening off of every single hurdle. So now imagine if we clean that up over 10 hurdles. That's like a full second. That's like a full second right there. All right. And so once again, he also needs one step because right now this is a real big, it's this real big event. He gets to the hurdle, he does this, he does that, he clears it, he keeps moving. And what we want is that to be a reflex. It just happens while you're sprinting to the finish line. So he can perform the one-step drill starting at 33 inches. And then once that is just real rhythmic, boom, 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 then he can do it at 36 inches. And once that is rhythmic, his objective is to keep it as rhythmic when he bumps up to the full race height 39 inches. All right, so he can take off a half a second before the end of the season, a full second if he runs summer track and runs through the end of July. But it's going to come down to the same thing: one step drill, so that this entire movement pattern is just habit. Boom, that's what it is, and we keep sprinting, and then keeping the hurdles low enough in practice, so that even if we're three-stepping in races, which is what this is, in practice we're still building the habit of sprinting with the three-step rhythm. All right. So they both need the same thing: one step drill, low hurdles, and they should be both be looking to